I'm Shannon Ogden with your Denver 7 update. People warned they may need to evacuate over a wildfire just outside Glenwood Springs. I-70 is closed both directions. Painfully slow detours are in place right now. The Garfield County Sheriff's Office is telling people to add 2 hours onto their ETAs. We have a crew making the drive right now. They will be live from the fire lines tonight on Denver 7 News at 10. Meanwhile, people are still out of their homes in Garfield County tonight because of the Pine Gulch fire. More than 29,000 acres now burned north of Grand Junction. You might have smelled the smoke from it this weekend. And containment at this hour, only 7%. Well, sleeping is really no longer an option in parts of Westminster and Arvada. An airport has seen to that. Denver 7's Jennifer Kovaleski asked them why they're making so much noise.
Walnut Grove is due south of the airport.
When you live 3 miles from an airport,
There's a plane right there.
the early morning sound of an occasional plane overhead
This will start at about 6:30 a.m.
is nothing new.
and go well into the afternoon, 7 days a week.
Till those roaring engine noises turn into a constant wake-up call.
It's not a alarm clock of choice, let's put it that way.
Brad Fountain has called Westminster home for more than 2 decades.
The routing of these training aircraft has never been like it is now.
He says something changed this summer.
This is making our lives pretty much a living hell. We've got one coming here. Last week, in an hour and a half, I counted 40 flights.
That would be, no doubt, a pilot training aircraft.
Roger lives down the street and has for 42 years.
Regular airport traffic is no problem.
He's also noticed an uptick in training flights over his house.
I feel it's a safety issue too for the neighborhood here.
We are having a busy summer.
Paul Anslow is the guy in charge at Rocky Mountain Metropolitan Airport.
Our flight schools are busy training future airline pilots. And so, yes, there's sort of an increase in noise.
Anslow says there are 4 flight schools that operate here. And Westminster isn't the only community complaining about more noise.
The towns of Superior and Louisville and Arvada and the surrounding communities, along with Jefferson County leading it, we're in the midst of creating a noise roundtable.
The roundtable will bring city leaders from each community to the table to talk solutions. But when it comes to where planes fly, that's up to the FAA. And Anslow says any flight path changes are at least 2 years out.
The FAA has not changed any flight paths than what they've been doing since we opened in 1960.
In the meantime, the airport put out voluntary guidelines for pilots to keep the noise down, a curfew after 10, and other suggestions to fly quieter.
I believe it's a volume thing. I truly do.
Here comes another plane.
But for Fountain,
We want our peace and quiet back.
these sounds are becoming way too familiar.
We just want these flights rerouted.
I'm Denver 7 investigator Jennifer Kovaleski.
And 3 years ago, a busy day there at the airport was about 450 flights. Now it's 725 on a normal day. Wow. Well, thank you for watching this Denver 7 update. Download the Denver 7 app for your smartphone to get breaking news and alerts around the clock. I'm Shannon Ogden.